And now it's time for our best bets. Lonte, I know that you are much better than your 1-3 record so far
Yep,
to start
for
the
sure.
season says. Your handicap's been great. It's just we somehow got to figure out a way to get the best bet to the window.
Yeah,
Where are you going on this week's episode? I've got full confidence in you on this Tuesday, September 9th episode.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. So we're gonna go a little bit off the board a little bit. We're gonna go rotation 156, Southern Miss plus 2.5. Going a little bit against a market move. I think it opened 1.5 up to 2.5, but not a key number. I kind of was wanting to wait for a 3, but I think it'll settle in right at 2.5. My handicap is pretty simple with this one. App State, I think, a little bit overrated simply because of what they did to Charlotte and an FCS school, and they really struggled against Lindenwood. They struggled to put them away. The box score looks good, but they couldn't pull away. They were laying 31 and a half and won 21 to 13. They did dominate the box score, but that's kind of concerning that you couldn't pull away from an FCS team despite some of the lapses that you might have. So their quality of opponent is really low. Southern Miss, this is their third straight home game. This is the first time that App State will be leaving the state of North Carolina. I think that's an advantage for them as well. Another advantage is Marshall. I'll bring this in here. Marshall beat App State 52 to 37 last year. I know everybody's asking like, why Marshall? Well, Huff and his staff is pretty much at Marshall, and mostly all of the good players are at Southern Miss with him. So that's critical. And I'm looking at it. That App State roster with Joey Aguilar, who's a quarterback for Tennessee, was extremely more talented than this roster. And now they're going on the road to face Southern Miss, and I think which is essentially this Marshall team. Braxton, for the quarterback for Southern Miss, he had a total of 269 yards, 5 total touchdowns. Marshall was plus 1.3 in yards per play margin. I think that Southern Miss wins this game outright. They got to do a great job of limiting the run, forcing App State to play from behind the chains, but I think they can do so. I think they'll come out on fire early on, and I think they'll be able to put this game away a little bit earlier. But just in case, we'll take the 2.5. But I like Southern Miss 158, Southern Miss plus 2.5.
Southern Miss plus 2.5. I'm forever a believer in taking the points. Unfortunately, the amount of times that you might lose by that one or two, it seems
Exactly.
unlikely, but I'll take it. I'll pay the 10 cents or so on every dollar. I think it's worth it, and it will certainly save you a lot of staring at the ceiling, wondering what the heck you did if you
Yep.
played the money line and they end up losing a really tight game. For
Absolutely.
my best bet on this episode, I'm going to try to keep the hot streak of one win in a row going. Let's see if we can do it. We talked about the game. Unfortunately, my co-host is leaning the other way, and there's been a lot of movement on this one already. But I'm going to back the extremely tough environment that you see in Knoxville. So I will take the Tennessee Vols. It's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I'll take plus 3.5 at home, and unfortunately a little bit earlier start than I would usually want. But I'll take it. Tennessee plus 3.5 to join Southern Miss plus 2.5 as we're going two home underdogs.
Yep.
They will set you free, and come join us next week on the College Football Podcast on pregame.com with at XXLonteXX. I'm at the real underscore G Warner with the sunlight blinding me in my apartment as we speak. But we'll be back with you next week. Thanks for joining us. And